Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily with me, John Jordan. So news today is that a Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is the biggest NFT community, I guess, after CryptoPunks, if you think CryptoPunks is a community, um, they are joining forces with Animoca Brands, which is the kind of prime mover, I suppose, in blockchain game investments at least. And they're going to do a game. So this is sort of interesting, and this is not the sort of the first time we've seen this. So, Bored Ape Yacht Club is, I guess, what we call sort of an avatar NFT at the moment. So they are very valuable. So I think floor price is getting on for 50 ETH at the moment, so about $200,000. Clearly, if you're going to buy a Bored Ape at the moment, you are very rich, or you've been in crypto for a long time. So there's not much entry level there, although they released the mutant apes. What was that, about 6 months ago? And they're about floor price of about 6 ETH. So that's about $24,000, which is still a lot of money. So one of the problems for these big NFT projects is, once you've got them, they're worth a lot of money. That's sort of fine, but you don't have a lot of usage for them. There's not a lot of utility, apart from putting them on your Twitter. Or you could use them in some DeFi fractionalization or something like that, get a loan against them, I suppose. So quite a lot of these projects are now looking towards games or metaverse to add some functionality. And even if people aren't using them, it sort of just makes the projects feel like they're a bit bigger than just a 2D image for your Twitter feed. So Bored Apes have been were the first, I think, of the big NFT projects to say they're going into the sandbox. So there's a big Bored Ape area in the sandbox being developed at the moment. The sandbox also bought a Bored Ape for $2.4 million. So they've got a big, expensive gold Bored Ape in their sort of hub area as well. So it all sort of makes sense. And I've definitely heard of other projects that are looking to do this sort of similar thing. So we don't really have much idea of exactly what the game is going to be, to be honest. Bit of data around this. So should have said Bored Ape Yacht Club is 10,000 NFTs. So that's obviously the number everyone goes for. That was what CryptoPunks was back in the day. They had a $26 million for a whole bunch of apes. I think it was apes and dogs. So there's also is it the Kennel Club, Bored Ape Kennel Club, where you have dogs associated, they're sort of pets, and 3 billion worth of trading, I suppose. No, it can't be 3 billion trading. It's over a billion trading at least. So what do we say here in terms of the game? This is all we have. The line at the bottom here. The game is expected to release in Q2 2022. So Q2 2022 is somewhere between April, May or June in 2022, and feature play to earn mechanics. So quite what that means, I guess, is maybe there's going to be a token. I suppose it's hard to do play to earn with just NFTs. You can do it, so you could play the game and it could be a new set of NFTs produced by that, but normally you sort of end up with tokens. It'd be interesting to see how they want to do that. Tokens, I guess, is a bit more radical than just minting out new NFTs, and it always is the problem for these big projects is they want to lower the barriers of entry. So at the moment, if you've got $100 and you want to be sort of part of the Bored Ape community, you can, I guess, I don't know what you do. You buy a T-shirt or something. So a game would allow them to sort of widen their audience base. At the moment, it's sort of a few thousand people own these. Even throwing in the mutant apes and the Bored Ape Kennel Club, probably less than 10,000 people own them. So it's pretty small. So a game would allow people a bigger audience. What's interesting, I think, though, on the downside is sometimes with these very exclusive NFTs, if you create games around them, that can actually make them in some ways less valuable, because part of the flex of having it is, if you just bought a Bored Ape for $200,000, then it's like, well, I can spend $200,000 buying one of these 2D sort of artworks. I don't care the fact that it doesn't do anything other than that. That's sort of the point of it. So as soon as you allow games to be part of that, then you can have a sort of counterfactual that people just go, well, I don't like these so much. And definitely, I guess we've seen that with Axie Infinity. I've heard that from some of the big NFT collectors don't collect Axie NFTs because they don't like the fact they're in a play to earn game. So there is a different narrative going on there. So it will be interesting to see how this plays out. I don't really think this is news that will get people selling their Bored Apes. So I think it's more how the sort of community reacts over time to some of these decisions. If the game was awful, of course, then that might end up, having a financial impact. I think Bored Apes probably are big enough now that there's probably not that much that would sort of seriously negate their sort of financial value. There's probably too much invested in them. But I guess all these things can always, anything on crypto can always go to zero. I guess we should never forget that. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I guess in combination with this and the sandbox and probably other things that are going on, we will see if the Bored Ape Yacht Club can sort of morph into something more than 2D artwork. And obviously, Animoca Brands is very into just basically creating consumer-facing blockchain crypto projects. I mean, that's really how it has operated in 2021. It's invested not quite in everything, but it's invested in a lot of things without too much concern, I think, for the long-term investment strategy. But really wanting to kickstart a lot of projects and getting people excited about that. So it sort of makes sense for both parties to that degree. And I guess there were lots of other people who would have been interested in working with Bored Ape Yacht Club because there's such a high profile community. So it's interesting that Animoca Brands were the ones to get in there. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Blockchain Gaming World, keeping our whatever the term is, our ear to the ground of blockchain gaming news. So please subscribe to the channel. But thanks for watching, and see you again soon.